So, Seth, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. First of all, how do you find Norway?
On a map.
Really? do you like us? Do you have time to spend time at Norway?
Being a wise guy, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like it.
It's fascinating because when you go to a place that's traditionally isolated, island places, cold places, it's very different than when you go to a place that's not. So Istanbul is a crossroads. Norway is not. Norway is about sending out expeditions. And the culture is very different. That in Istanbul, where I was last month, a lot of focus on what else is happening everywhere and ideas crossing. And in Norway, there's more of a this is here, this is now mindset. And the internet puts that under stress because the internet's the whole world, right? So I stopped by the travel bookstore on my way here this morning. And I said, how's the internet affecting the travel book business? Because in the United States, it's over. Because no one goes to a bookstore for travel books because you press one button on Amazon, it's there the next day. Yeah. And they can have every travel book. That hasn't hit here yet. It's about to. And so that seeing that parochialism crumbling, it's stressful.
How would you say that, what advice would you give to Norwegian marketers who is going to try to build tribes and communities around their very commercial products now going forward the next few years?
Well, I would start by stopping calling yourself a Norwegian marketer, because you're not a Norwegian marketer, you're a tribal marketer. You can pick any tribe you want. So it can be the tribe of people anywhere in the world who are app developers for Android. It could be the tribe of people anywhere in the world who are into cool eyeglasses. It could be the tribe, right? Or it could be the tribe within a tiny circle inside Norway of, skate skiers at the Olympic level. Pick a tribe, don't pick a country.
Smart. And in terms of the way they should communicate, is it a few things they need to focus on that, looking back, marketers traditionally haven't been really good at focusing on?
Yeah, well, most marketers are mushroom farmers. We keep our customers in the dark, we dump crap on them, and then every once in a while we come in and we harvest when we need to make our numbers. And tribes don't respond to that. Tribes respond to sunlight and to care and to feeding and to someone who's aware of what they need and what they want. So one way to remember this is don't try to find customers for your products. Try to find products for your customers.
Smart. I want to move over a little bit to the way you work, because when I look at your blog and all the things you are doing, you look like an extremely busy man, but at the same time, you have a lot of time to actually think and reflect on all these things. So how do you really work and structure your day?
Here's the most useful piece of advice I can give. I don't go to any meetings, and I don't have a television. If you do those two things, you will free up 11 hours a day on average. So with 11 hours a day, I get to be me. It's not that hard once you give up those two things.
That sounds very good. But how do you, when you say no to meetings, do you just do emails with them, or how do you communicate?
I literally do not go to meetings. So, I run Squidoo, which at one point was the 45th biggest website in the United States. No one who works for me is in the same state as me. And so it's a team of people who weren't the best I could hire. They were the best, period, because they could be anywhere. And we work extremely asynchronously. We trust each other. We say this is what needs to get done, and someone does it. So we never have a meeting. Once a year, maybe, we have a meeting. And if someone wants me to come to an event and wants me to go to a meeting beforehand, I say, no, I won't go to the event. Sorry, I won't go to this meeting. I just don't go to meetings. They're not necessary.
But you do say that you need to spend some time on your tribe and the people around you.
I spend time with people all the time. I have one-on-one conversations with people all the time. I dig deep into the experience of what it is to be part of or to lead many tribes. I just don't go to meetings. There's a really big difference. A meeting is a group of people sitting in a circle waiting for someone else to take responsibility. That is silly.
Yeah, I agree on that. And also, you write a lot of books. You have your blog. How do you work with that? Do you write many hours a day, or do you structure it up? Do you write mornings, evenings? How do you work?
Yeah, I am not Stephen King, but he gets asked this question a lot. And like him, I don't like this question. And the reason I don't like this question is it Doesn't matter what kind of keyboard I have. It doesn't matter what kind of typewriter I have. It doesn't matter how I do it. Everyone does this differently. And if someone is hoping to become productive, doing it the way I do it is the wrong way. This is a craftsman and his tools. And you need to care enough to ship the work, and then you'll find your own method. My method is irrelevant.
Okay. So last thing, in terms of finding the product that the people want, how can or what's different from now and 10 years ago in terms of how young people can create these products, and do you think that technology, which we all to some extent love, do you think that sometimes comes in the way of the innovation and of the marketing?
Yeah, I think technology often does, but what technology does, and Kevin Kelly's book on this is fabulous, What Technology Wants. Technology is an evolving creature, and it destroys things in its path. Because it destroys the status quo, it constantly opens the door for innovation. That's our ability as humans to say, this technology that showed up, what will I do with it? That's the good news. The bad news is it also gives us all these excuses, right? It says, well, the technology won't let us do this, or I'm hamstringed by that, or I don't know how to do this. We have to dispense with the excuses and become human again, right? And do this work that we can do, that only we can do, regardless of the technology. Technology is just an excuse to fill a vacuum that didn't used to be there.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, Seth.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for doing it.
Awesome.